Hey guys, Joe from J&M Concrete here. This week we are doing a back patio with a pretty long sidewalk. We're actually going to split it into two pours. Better safe than sorry. Make sure the job comes out good. Stick around for the excavation, the prep, my favorite part, the pour. And don't forget to leave us a like and subscribe, guys. See you then. Bye-bye.
Cannot emphasize enough just how helpful being able to get a little machine into these tight spaces is, guys. I highly recommend it. Get yourself a little Bobcat. Guys, so what we ended up doing here is the customer wanted a bigger patio than what was here. It was a little difficult because the pergola here was in the way, so pouring up to it was kind of annoying, but it wasn't anything too much that the Bobcat couldn't handle. We're definitely grateful to have it. So usually what we do, we make sure we get our grades. Before I start digging too much, I will make sure to see where my levels are, where my grades are. You know, you don't want to over dig. Every little bit that we haul out of here makes it more trips. And as you can see in the video, what I like to do is I use the Bobcat and then I load into the power buggy, kind of like a little dump truck. But that usually makes the job a lot easier. And then the following day, after we dug everything out, we put our forms up. What I like to do before hitting the ground with the jumping jack for the cohesive soils that are just so common here in Colorado, I'll sprinkle down a little bit of road base so that the bottom shoe of the jumping jack here, or the rammer, depending on what you want to call it, so it won't stick to the ground. So right here, there's like a little 1/4 inch of road base on everything, and we're hitting it so that it can run and I don't have to scrape off the bottom. And then after that, we started kind of making our way back with the road base, which was just, if I remember, like maybe 3 or 4 inches. On this pour, we decided to do the patio first and then the sidewalk. I know a lot of people are going to say, hey, you could have done it all in one pour, which we could have, but you'd be surprised how that little sidewalk over there will draw attention from the big patio over here, and then people get distracted, and it just makes it easier doing it this way. All right, guys, pour day. I cannot emphasize enough for anyone interested in using those power buggies, getting these equipment mats, because if that power buggy, you make a 90-degree turn on anything that isn't the mat, it's going to dig in, it's going to move your rebar around, it's going to knock stuff over. Don't ask me how I learned that the hard way, but we did. So immediately, instead of using plywood, started using these material mats. Definitely grateful to have them. As you can see here, we get them out of the way, and then we put the chairs under the rebar to pick it back up where it needs to be, and then we work our way back. You can see here where I kind of cut off the patio there. We dug out our last little bit of for this white pipe that's there in the corner so it drains out. I mean, we had great weather, which is good. Recently, Colorado, say late May, early June of 2025, we've been getting like a whole lot of rain. As in, we've had the plastic out for every single day. But we've been monitoring the weather, which all concrete guys should do, even though they don't. And we've been really trying to thread the needle on all our pour days recently. But that's really helped. This pour went well.
All right, guys, I know I didn't get you guys a little walkthrough video of everything being prepped, but you can see it in the time lapse. But anyways, we poured at 7 in the morning. Rain finally opened up. Colorado recently has just been getting kind of cool, really wet, which is great for nature, a little difficult for us. But either way, there it is, guys. We poured at about a 5, almost a 4-inch slump, 4,000 microfiber. You guys see how we do things. We have to pour that sidewalk over there either next Monday or next Tuesday. I know what most are gonna say, oh, I could have done all that at once. Yeah, but we are like making sure the sidewalk gets plenty of attention, the joints are nice and straight and stuff like that. You know, little details that matter, separate us from other companies. But either way, don't forget to leave us a like, subscribe. We'll see you on the next pour. Bye bye, guys.
So this is prep day for the sidewalk. I cannot emphasize enough, compact the living heck out of all your subgrades. And at least for Colorado, I recommend hitting it with the Ratmer first, and then hitting the road base in about 2-3 inch lifts with the plate compactor. Just make sure it doesn't go anywhere. I know this is just a sidewalk, but it's good to treat it like every other project and make sure it doesn't go anywhere. I think I've heard from every professional ever, the sidewalk don't need rebar. Well, you know, I tear out a lot of sidewalks that wouldn't have had needed to get torn out if they had rebar. So, I mean, kind of the proof is in the pudding. I'll leave that to everyone's opinion. So the one downside, I guess, to the buggy and really pouring any concrete, you have to put plastic up. But it's odd that people don't use it enough. This is probably maybe $10 worth of plastic that we reused a few times, but it saves you a huge headache, especially up against the fence, because getting the concrete off is kind of a pain. So a little bit of plastic goes a long way, guys. I highly recommend it to anyone trying to DIY or trying to do concrete work. I mean, I cannot emphasize enough. It's hard for people to see your good work if all they see is your mess.
Hey guys, Joe from J&M Concrete here. Pour went well. We poured at 7 in the morning, like a 4.5 inch slump. Sidewalk came out really nice. As you can tell, we have a little pop out there. Everything, you know, came out good with the sidewalk. We put our expansion up against those areas there. I mean, all in all, guys, customers happy, we're happy. We're glad we split it into 2 pours. I know there's a lot of you guys that say, oh, you'll do it in 1. Good for you. Keep doing your thing. We'll do ours. Next week, we are doing a big set of steps, like 6 steps. It isn't big in its size, just in how tedious it is. But either way, don't forget to leave us a like and subscribe. There it is, guys. Check it out. Yeah. Have a great day, guys. Bye.